What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well. It's me, Dushan, and welcome to my daily updates YouTube channel where I expose myself to the public while I'm scaling my agency towards 100K a month by the end of the year, where that is the goal. If you go on my account, you will see that in the past 2 days, there weren't any daily updates. And that kind of bums me out because I told myself that I would be consistent with it no matter what. However, I didn't really have anything to talk about. I'm going to be real with you guys. There are a couple of things, and I'll go over that now. But there wasn't really anything like tangible that happened. The reason why is because Saturday was supposed to be purely for outreach, and it was supposed to be just me like lead scraping, sending outreach, and doing some content. But it ended up being a full day for fulfillment. And then the Sunday, like I was fully burnt out from running things, and then I just took one day off. And then now I'm fully back. Now it's Monday. Now, I know that in the past, whenever I wanted to scale, so for example, when I had literally no money, when I had no clients, and when I wanted to get to my first 10K a month, it was incredibly hard because I didn't know anything about business whatsoever, and I didn't have any like proof behind my work. And that was a really tough period of my life, because it meant just grinding until it eventually clicked. Now that we are at around 20K a month and we have proof of concept, we have results, you know, clients can speak about it. Now it's a bit different, because the main reason why I even started doing these daily updates is because I wanted to hold myself accountable for my actions, and to show you guys that it's possible. You know, 100K a month isn't that significant of a goal, especially because there's so many agencies out there doing like 5 times more than that are even like less complex, which is like the main point of the agency business. I'm not saying that complexity always leads to more revenue, which like it's total opposite. I think my business is kind of complex because it requires a lot of labor, but as so every other agency. Now, the point being, the reason why I'm saying this is because I haven't fully accepted the fact that I need to like be here every single second of my life for the next 6 months. Now, that's not like really the case. Like I can still go out, you know, on weekends, maybe like Saturdays, take Saturdays off because I have to relax. And that is what I did yesterday, by the way, because again, I've been feeling burnt out. And the best way to avoid burning out is just to take one day off within a week, because your performance is going to be, it's going to be really, really bad, you know, if you just keep on grinding 24/7 without one day off within a week. And that's really like what yesterday was. So I didn't really work yesterday at all. But again, within every single day when I have to work, it's like I didn't fully accept the fact that I have to be here consistently and consistently like do things that are super important for the business to grow, which is the outreach and the content. And now I'm kind of accepting that fact and knowing that I have to, you know, put myself out there even for these daily updates. Even when I don't have anything to talk about, I still have to be there because it reflects my product. It reflects the person that I am as well. And whenever I say certain things, they have to happen, you know, because I literally said them out loud. I said them to other people, and that is essentially how accountability works. So this is what this account is made for. Now, as for what I did today, I did outreach. I sent 5 pieces of outreach. I didn't follow up with the leads, but I will do that tomorrow alongside with 5 more pieces of outreach. Outreach has been exhausting, man. Like I really hate this. Like whenever I do, I just don't feel productive at all. Even though it's one of the biggest levers that I can pull as of this moment as an agency, plus content. I think content is a lot more favorable long-term, and it's something that I have to start today. And I did craft my plan during the weekend, by the way, and I kind of know what I need to do, but I just have to do it essentially. There's no way around it. There isn't another human being that could be, in front of the camera speaking about my offer, because it's a founder-led business and it's how it works. I could partner up with somebody and do content for me. However, I do think that I have a lot of leverage there with content. Now that I can speak with more confidence, and it's mainly because I'm competent in what I offer. So with that being said, I just have to do content, that plus the outreach. As for anything else, I did some fulfillment. I did make a couple of scripts. There's fulfillment is reoccurring. It's always here. You just have to do it. Obviously, you have to deliver on your promise. You have to deliver on the product that you just sold to the client. And all of our clients are reoccurring. So there's always ongoing work. We have a client that we signed on for ads, which is super cool. And it made me realize that I can stack more deliverables onto the main offer, which is YouTube Organic. Not saying that I will be selling ads or ad creatives purely, because it's just not what we do. But for the clients that we have, and if we could stack deliverables on the offer that we have, and if it could impact even a slightly bit to our main offer, if it can boost it up, like for example, if you pair organic and paid media, that tremendously boosts conversion, because you get more leads, vehicle traffic, and they would eventually search you up on Google. They check your YouTube, they see the content, and they either book with YouTube or with ads. It depends entirely, but that is essentially the sales cycle or the funnel. So I think the ads are going to be one part of the delivery stack that we're going to add onto the offer for the clients that are in need for that. We've done it before. I would say 2 years ago for one of the clients, and it's been going really good, but it's just not the offer that we're mainly selling here. And we've also done it with another client. We placed an editor for him. He's super happy with him, and he's booking a ton of calls now, just off of that one decision that we made, which is just placing a proper editor on his team. Now, this is a bit different because we are the ones editing the ads. So it's an editor on our team, and we're going to keep it that way because it allows us to charge higher and have, attach our results essentially to what client gets based on how we operate things and with our dedicated system. Now, we don't have a system for ads because again, it's not an offer that we sell mainly. It's YouTube Organic, but if we could create a system for that would be amazing. And then we can just place an editor that is in our internal team. He can run the ads, and then we'll have one key member in their team review the ads and then run the whole media side. So yeah, that's another thing. What else could I say? Yeah, we haven't received any responses from the outreach as of this moment, but I am expecting some responses within this week, hopefully by the follow-ups. I think the outreach is pretty good. The only thing is that it takes so much fucking time. That is what I hate about outreach, by the way, because you can't be, when you're doing the outreach, you can't really expect that they will eventually respond at all. Like some people might ghost you completely. They might even block your email, for what I know from what I've seen as well in the past. So outreach is just not ideal, and it's hard at scale, I would say, especially now that I'm running a few things. It's pretty hard, but content is going to be the main leverage. And if I'm doing it for my clients, I should be doing it for myself. If I'm a YouTube agency, I should be promoting myself on YouTube or promoting my offer. It just makes sense. I just haven't been doing it because I just didn't want to do it. honestly. I just didn't want to be in front of the camera. But now that I'm seeing, like, actually, it's so funny that like your clients are motivating you to do YouTube just because of the results that they're seeing, and if they can see those results, you can as well. So that's kind of funny. But I do know like a ton of YouTube agencies that don't necessarily have a brand behind them, or they don't have a front facing man who does YouTube, but more so they rely heavily on outreach, referrals, and just like networking events and stuff like that. But my network isn't as huge. I can ask my clients, or they would gladly refer me to somebody they know, but it's different. I don't have a huge network again, so I cannot completely rely on referrals, nor should you really be relying on referrals. There has to be a source that can consistently book you leads and get you new clients, which is, in my case, YouTube, because I know how it works. Anyways, I'm not going to talk for too much. I'm probably going to head to sleep in about half an hour. Just have to respond to a ton of Slack messages. I can see that I have like 15 messages that I have to respond to, and then yeah, I'll just publish this video, wake up early tomorrow, and then just do the same exact thing. Outreach in the morning, do some content, or I'm not even going to plan the content anymore because I've planned it out. I just have to record a YouTube video, have it for this upcoming Saturday, and then as for the rest of the content, a lot of them is already like pre-recorded. They just need like a couple of edits here and there. I changed the funnel. It's not my landing page anymore. It's literally just the link to Calendly, and it's a questionnaire that they would have to fill out in order to book a call, so I can pre-qualify them right there. I removed the landing page because there were a couple of issues with it, and the VSL is bad. That's, by the way, the old landing page in the VSL, and the new landing page isn't set up yet, or it's done, but it just needs a VSL because it's a crucial thing. So that's about it. Like I said, I don't have a lot of updates, but there's a ton of fulfillment. Like the ads are going to be tough because, it's just a lot of ads that we have to take care of till the end of the week. Hopefully by the end of the month, we're going to sign at least 1 or 2 clients, especially with this outreach method. I'm not expecting the inbound to work immediately once we start making YouTube content. However, I will be careful about what I'm putting out, and it has to be really good, because or else I will just blend in with other YouTube agencies, which isn't really the point. I just have to differentiate myself with my content. So that's really the goal. That's what I'm going to do for this week, just YouTube and just consistent outreach. Plus, of course, fulfillment, which is ongoing, as I said. But yeah, that's about it. That's enough of my ramble. I'll speak with you guys tomorrow. Peace.